So we back with this Drake shit. Don't mind that other video, man. It's all good. So another nigga from, I'm guessing, the OvO camp, or formerly other OvO camp, got an issue with Drake. Do I care? Not really. Why is it always that Drake seems to be taking somebody's style? I'm not saying this. This is what people are saying. Like, he takes people's styles, people's songs, people's dance moves, people's fashion, and they're mad at that. But you're an artist. This is the problem I don't understand. If I'm an artist and I'm from a city with another artist that probably became the biggest artist out of that city, I'm an artist, I'm not worried about them. But if he acknowledged me, that's cool. If he want to do business, I understand that. But if I'm an artist, my business is already there. That means it has my management team. I got my PR team, whatever you want to call it, even have a lawyer on retainer, right? And say he's interested in something that I'm doing. No problem. You want to collaborate? No problem. But where's the contracts at? Where's the business? I want my end handled so that it won't be no fuck shit in the end. Right? So let's just say I'm a good writer. I write some shit for somebody. We understand what publishing is. We understand what contracts are. So therefore, as long as the business is handled, we good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the music business, so I'm just going off the top of my brain, but it's about business. So therefore, if I write something, you buy it, or however that works, that's publishing. I get credit, I get points on that. It's a transaction that happened, it's business, we keep doing business. Good business is good business. But if I was to just lend somebody something like, yo, you should do this idea or try this idea, they take it, they work, and it works for them, and they get it popping, but yet I'm not compensated, why would I get mad at that? It was no business arrangement or nothing. It's just like, yo, I'm not using this, go ahead, boom, it is what it is. That's me showing love. Now, if that happens more than once, and I'm just giving shit away, and they're popping, and they doing #1 hits, and going on tour and making bread, and I'm not getting reciprocated properly, that's my fault, because I didn't have my business handled straight, right? So I don't really care about the Moji and Drake little situation. We seen that with Quentin Miller. Where did that get him? Where's Quentin Miller at? Did y'all listen to his music? Right? We seen this with who? The Meek shit. What happened with that? So forth and so on. It's just like when Drake say that, I don't agree with him saying he's the new Hove. No. But they're similar in many ways. You see what I'm saying? How many people used to diss Hove and it got him nowhere? Nowhere. The closest was Nas, and that was it. Nobody else got nowhere. So all these people bashing Drake and saying this and that, and I'm a Drake fan like some of you are, some of y'all say y'all not, but still go out and buy his albums. Whatever the case may be. But it gets him nowhere. Like, we don't even really talk about Quentin Miller shit. You know what I mean? In interviews when ghostwriting come up, that's the latest thing people will say, oh, Meek accused Drake of ghostwriting the Quentin Miller shit. But other than that, it went nowhere. We don't talk about him, right? This Moji dude, you know, doing what he doing, making videos, seeing his little Instagram shit, saying fuck Drake, fuck OvO and all that shit. They ain't shit. They stole from me, blah, 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 right? But where's that gonna get him? You know what I'm saying? See, when people say they pay attention to interviews, I really pay attention to interviews. I quite do remember Drake saying, when it comes to music, he literally got to be going through shit to have an experience to talk about. All this shit is doing is giving this nigga ammunition for a dope-ass album. He has to go through shit. He may throw a shot at Tyga, he may throw a shot at Chris Brown, Drake, Hove, Meek, but that's where it stops at. But for life experiences, he gonna turn that shit into a song. Do I think that Drake uses a ghostwriter? I'm not there, I don't know. Right? The reference tracks came out for the last album he put out. That's a reference track, but that's like a song like 10 Bands and so forth and so on. You know, those songs that we really don't care about. It's just a party record. But do I think somebody wrote 5 a.m. in Toronto? No. 6 p.m. in New York? No. So that's the part where people got to start looking at it like, really. Like, I mean, that's a part of the business that new fans seem to not understand. You can use greats like Lionel Richie, incredible writer, right? Incredible writer. Quincy Jones, incredible writer. Michael Jackson. Do you understand how the business works? This department with not just with the Drake situation, but with hip hop, period. It's called collaborations. We know Diddy, we know Dre. So many others don't write their own lyrics. But I get it. Drake consider himself a lyricist, so I get it. But yet, if it's no proof, we can't say anything. Yes, Drake should come out and speak on the situation and stop ducking and dodging. And I still feel like he takes an L because he won't go to the Breakfast Club to clear this shit up. So at the end of the day, all I'm saying is I'm not jumping to no side, no bandwagon, no shit like that. But it's just a nigga that jumped out the window, came out of nowhere, and just said Drake does shady business. But at the end of the day, it's a label. Does Drake have partners? I'm quite sure he does. You know what I mean? So I think when it comes, it's the Lil Wayne and Birdman situation. Birdman said when it comes to certain shit, he handles certain shit, and Wayne supposed to handle certain shit. The album shit, he got nothing to do with. That's all Wayne. So when people come out here with all these speculations and these gossips and these rumors and shit, is it really Drake you mad at, or is it the team that's behind Drake? Pause. You know what I mean? So I don't really give a fuck. This won't be nowhere. I mean, Cat Williams just punched the kid in his fucking face. You know what I'm saying? That's more entertaining than this shit. We've seen this shit with Drake. You know, it's starting to look like, I'm sorry, but the whole OvO shit, starting to look like they're doing publicity stunts. I hope that's not the case, because I think Drake's a better artist than that to have to do these little stunts to get, you know, hype for an album. But a lot of people are saying, oh, Views from the Six is not a classic, Drake wave is over. I don't really think that. I think half the world already wants him to do a whole R&B album, R&B mixtape. So I don't really think Drake wave would be over, but I do feel like he take bits and pieces from other styles and makes it his own. Whether y'all agree with that or not, that's just what I see. And we don't have the old Drake the way he used to rap, you know, on Comeback Season or So Far So Gone and shit like that. You know what I mean? But I understand you got to change with the times. But for all these people that's coming out and just saying shit, I mean, need proof. He showed like little text messages and shit like that. We all know text messages can be altered. We already know technology is a motherfucker. So everything is on camera these days. I literally should see like, you know, a FaceTime. But I think Drake's smarter than that to be on FaceTime, you know, conducting business. So I don't think he would do that. But it's just like, I'm not jumping to no conclusions. I just feel like all of a sudden again, as soon as it's time for the album to come out or any project come out, somebody come out and say anything. It's just like, we'll be over this shit in the next couple of weeks. We're not even going to remember who Moji is. And that's the end of the fucking case. That's just what I think about it. I don't really care. But at the end of the day, it's about the music. If this nigga's an artist, I like to check out his music. Is he an artist or a dancer? What the fuck is he? I have no idea. I mean, he did get name dropped in the song Moji with the dance move. So I guess he's just a dancing ass nigga. You know what I mean? But other than that, I ain't got shit to say about it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. I just was like, shit is ridiculous. Like, goddamn, he's winning. If it wasn't for Drake, nobody would give a fuck about Toronto. Y'all should be happy about that. Like, why do these rappers from Toronto get mad because he doesn't put them on his team? Jay-Z didn't sign every fucking artist that wanted to be on Rockefeller. You had to be special to be on Rockefeller. Remember that shit? You know what I mean? Artists wanted to sign, but between Dame and Jay, they ain't signing any. Well, Dame would sign any motherfucking body, but Jay wouldn't. So, obviously, Drake is knowing what he's doing when it comes to the business. You see what I'm saying? You can't just sign anything and it don't chart. How many labels we seen have so many artists that only one or two artists chart, the rest of them just fade away? So, at the end of the day, I feel like with his brand and his label, Drake has made some mistakes. It's a couple artists that I would have picked up, you know, from Toronto or over here or over there. But that's just the brand of OvO, the type of music they make. You can't just sign, you know, anything because Drake has sponsors and certain corporate people that, you know, his image can't be tainted by certain shit. You feel what I'm saying? But I definitely, with the bullshit going on with Black Youngster and Dolphin them, I would have not stood next to that. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know what the fuck that was. That's showing love, but you always seem to stand next to shit. This the Meek and AR app shit again, and it's just like it never, you know what I'm saying? That's just what I think. That's just my personal opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I just had to stake my, you know, 2 cents on it or whatever, but I'm out of here.